Right, it's recording. Hi, just before going to the things, I'm Hari and I'm having 8 years experience in Cognos and TM1 and ClickView and TabView, and I'm working as a module lead in one of the top MNCs in Hyderabad. Okay, so entire my career is in BI area. BI area means business intelligence. The two Cognos and TM1 more primary technologies, and also all the reporting tools, maybe ClickView and TabView, all those things. The primary skills are Cognos and TM1 and ClickView. Okay, and today I'm going to give you what do you mean by Cognos, why you need it, and what is the purpose of Cognos, where you actually fit your Cognos in the data warehousing architecture, and what are the things I'm going to cover in the entire classes, right? So all these things you will get a clarity on that. First of all, based on the Cognos also you will get a clarity. So let me show you something here. So before starting the session, you should aware of that Cognos is a business intelligence tool, BI tool. What do I mean by business intelligence? Why Cognos is falling under business intelligence tool? Because you may know that before coming to this demo, you will have some basic idea Cognos is a reporting tool, 100%. Cognos is a reporting tool, 100%, and it will fall under BI tool. What do you mean by BI? That means what do you mean by business intelligence? So BI is nothing but, so in a simple layman words, if I want to explain you, BI is nothing but to do your business with your intelligence. You can ask me one question here once again, what do you mean by doing your business with intelligence? Say for example, simple one scenario on the real time I will take. Say take the bank manager. So the bank manager is doing his business. Under him there are n number of people are there, so n number of customers in his bank, and he should aware of all the transactions, how is going on, because he should know that. So from in his bank how the transactions are going on every day, if something is going on or something is going to hurt his business. Say one of the customer is withdrawn suddenly maybe 1 crore rupees from his account, and also he is the gold customers for this bank. You should know that why he's taking that. Maybe he's going another bank or is getting some other benefits from other bank. You should know that. That means you should always check with this type of things. You should check with the customer, boss, what is the problems here, you are going out of this bank. So you should convince him and you should take a precautionary action for that. So how he is going to get this customer is taking the principal balance, sorry, the entire amount is more than 1 lakh, more than 1 crore, because he is analyzing the reports. He should analyze the reports. Then only he can do the business good. Otherwise, definitely some other bank people take over that, and then they will give additional benefits to him, and then they will drag him to that bank. So you are losing your prime customers and you are losing your business. That means you are not analyzing your business properly. So that means business intelligence means you should analyze your business 100% properly. Then only you will be one step ahead when comparing to the other bankers or other business people. The same thing, say you take the raincoat industry. Raincoat industry is manufacturing the products every month. Say January month, 100 products they manufactured, and February month 100, and March 100. So they are not following the demand and the supply principles here. Every month they are manufacturing the 100 products. This means they are not analyzing the business properly, because in a summer countries like India, in a summer countries like in India, I may not have the same demand in January. I may not have the same demand in February and March and April and May. This is not going to be happen because each and every month there will be different demand. In a summer countries like India, definitely in April and May, zero demand for the raincoats. Because it's a summer seasons, there will be definitely less demand. So when comparing to the June and July period. So that means you're not following the demand and supply. That means you're not analyzing your business. How do you get all this information? You have to analyze your historical information. That means, say for example, 2013, maybe, and if you're having in January, maybe 40 products you sold. 2014, in January, maybe you are just increase it to 60 products. 2015, maybe in January, I did 80 products. So 2016, in January, it may be 100 because it is following the some pattern. That is called trend. So you need to see the previous data. Based on the previous data, you need to analyze, okay, every month in this percentage it is going increasing. Maybe the next year it will be this one. That is nothing but forecasting. Forecasting is nothing but based on the historical information, you are predicting your future business. So this type of forecasting can be done in Cognos. So this type of forecasting you can get by analyzing your the Cognos reports. So all your historical data you can see in Cognos report, and then based on that you will get the next one. So Cognos is a reporting tool. By using these reports, what you can do? You can take a decision. So that is the reason why Cognos became decision maker tool. And please everybody mute Apurva and Jayan, Kamal and Vahan. Can you please mute from your side? Yeah, thank you. Jai, you also can you please mute? Jai, can you please mute? The green button you can click. Wahed also, can you please mute? Yeah, Wahed, please mute. Wahed, can you please mute? Otherwise the recording will come echo. Some echo will be there. Thank you. Right. So this is how the Cognos reporting tool is a decision maker tool. So now what exactly present, from where Cognos came, from which year it is already started, and now what is the version is going on, right? So for that, Cognos is one company name. Actually, it's not the tool name previously. Cognos is a company. Its product is Cognos. The company name itself is a Cognos, and its product also Cognos. Previously, not now. Please remember. Maybe 1990, that recent time. Okay. And it is having the different versions actually. But after some time, IBM people take over this Cognos. IBM people bought this entire company. That's the reason why it became IBM Cognos. But remember, for this, there are different versions are there. 7.7th version. It is also called impromptu version. Impromptu version. That means the 7th version called as impromptu. Cognos 7th version called as impromptu. But remember, when it is in 7th version, it is under Cognos company only. It is under Cognos company only. At that time, IBM people didn't buy it. Then after 7th version, it started 8.1 and 8.2. This means when it is started to the 8.1, IBM bought it. So from 8.1 version onwards, it became IBM tool. So 8.1, after that 8.2 version came, 8.3 came, 8.4 came, 8.4.1 fixed pack came, and 8.4.2. This is also one more fixed pack. All these versions came, but remember, so from 8 to 8.2, there is slight differences, some additional functionalities added. That's it. There is not huge difference. So just some slight, if any issues are there in the 8.1, those things are resolved in the 8.2. So that means it's like a fixed pack type only, but it's a different version. So finally, after 8.4.2, now it's a 10th version, 10.1. So there is a huge difference when comparing to the 8.4 and 10th version. Some additional tools are added. So now you are going to learn the highest technology, highest version now. Okay. So now in the market, the 10.1 is going on. But previous version and 10.1 version is very important interview questions for you guys. So what is the basic differences you found in 8.4 version and the new version? What are the additional functionalities are inbuilt in 10th version? All those things, questions definitely will be filed. Okay. So now in the 8.4.2 in Cognos, what is the tools are available, and in the 10th version, what is the tools are available? I will just explain you. So in 8.4.2 or 8.4, whatever the things, there are different tools are available in Cognos. These are all Cognos modules. Cognos Framework Manager, Report Studio, and here Transformer, one more tool, and before to the Query Studio, right? It and Report Studio, and Analysis Studio, and PowerPlay Studio, and Event Studio, and Cognos Administration. So these are the things previously we are giving the trainings in the 8.4.2 version. So what are the different tools are available? In Cognos, this many tools are there. What these tools actually will do? Each tool has its own advantages. I will explain you in one word. Maybe in the real-time classes, Framework Manager will take 7 days or something. Under Transformer 4 days, Query Studio 2 days, Report Studio again 6 days will take. An Analysis Studio is 2 days and PowerPlay Studio is 2 days. Event Studio is 3 days. Administration is three classes actually. So entire things are 30 days it will take. Okay, 30 hours. But anyhow, I will give you one slide, one line word. Okay. So in case of Framework Manager, what exactly we'll do? And in case of Transformer, what we will do? In one line I will teach you, but anyhow we are going to discuss in the original sessions. So Framework Manager is a main tool and it's a heart of Cognos. Remember, normally the Framework Manager classes. So normally the Framework Manager work will be done by most experienced guys in your project. So for example, there are 10 members Cognos team. In that, maybe 3 people are more than 5 years experience, say, and remaining people 3 years or something like that. So the framework manager work will be done by the 5 years experienced guys. So it will be the main concepts inbuilt, everything will be there in the framework manager. Maybe all the remaining 3 years or something people, they will assign the report studio or query studio, those things. Remember, even 10 years experience also, all the people, they may not aware of all the things. Because maybe in your project, you may use framework manager and report studio only. Maybe some other people, they may use framework manager and only query studio or only event studio, only analysis studio. But 100% most of the cases, every project framework manager should be there because it's a basic, and report studio will be 100% will be there. The remaining studios based on the thing, actually based on the need, so you may get. But in these sessions, I'm going to teach you all the tools, all the technologies. It's an end-to-end package actually. So all the course content I'm going to cover. Maybe in future, if you want to do the event studio, definitely you can easily do it because you're already aware of that. So now you can check with the 10 years experience guy also in the framework manager. They may not do all the audition, all the options, but in this training, you are going to learn all the options, each and every option of a tool. So if you know anybody in Cognos, you directly go ahead and compare with him after the session. Then you can see your standards. 200% guaranteed you will be in the same level of 6 years or 7 years, whatever it may be. But only one thing is, after you need to complete this assignment, then only you will get the practical knowledge. Because all these things I am going to show you in the software only. So I will do it and then you also practice it. Then 200% you will be in the same sync of the people who are having 8 years or 9 years. Doesn't matter. Cognos is a tool. If you practice, then after that there is nothing to learn, because it is having the tool. You are not going to write any code here. It's a just tool. You need to know how effectively you are utilizing that tool, right? So in one word, the framework manager is the starting point of your Cognos. Say, for example, last time I told I want to see how many people are withdrawn more than 1 crore rupees today. So I need to know what is the customer name, customer address, customer mobile number, how much amount they withdrawn. So these are the columns I want in a report. So all these columns, in which tables it is present, you should know that. So you will get that in the business requirement document. So based on that, you will upload all these tables into Cognos from the database. So and uploading the tables, whatever the things you require, and creating the joins, right, and publish that as a package. So Cognos framework manager output is package. Package is nothing but you are uploading the tables and create the joins in the framework manager and you publish to Cognos connection. So that is nothing but package. This particular framework manager will done 7 days, how to upload the tables, how to create the package, how to create the joins and all those things. So this package you will use for all the reports, to create the reports. So framework manager is a mother of Cognos, simple. Without that, you cannot do all these things because you need the package to create anything. Okay, so framework manager is the first part you need to do. Just going and uploading the tables, whatever you need, and create the joins, and you publish the package. You take that package and use the package for creating the reports. Okay, transformer means what? Transformer means mainly used for building the cubes. Cubes means, say for example, at night time. Why it is used actually cubes? Because if you are running a report, normal report, it is need to go to the database and hit the database, and it need to take the data, retrieve the data. So it may take some time, if it is a big data. So that type of situation, At night after your data ETL process is done, nighttime itself, this cube will be triggered to the database and retrieve the records and store it as a cube. So once the morning user comes, if they are analyzing the data, it will be very quick and faster because the data is already built at night time itself. So it is not going and hitting the database, and it is simply taking the data from cube which is already built. So why you need the transformer cubes? If it is huge data and if it is normally taking more time by using the normal model, then go for the transformer cube, which will build nighttime itself. So it will be giving very quick results. So that is what your transformer cube. Okay, but the biggest disadvantage is at night time itself it is building. Maybe after that, if any data changed in the database, it will not pick up. It will take whatever the data is available that time, only it will pick up. So when it is building the cube, whatever the data is available, it will be only there. But in the real time, frankly speaking, the data will be loaded into the data warehouse every day at one time only, most of the cases. So then there won't be any problems normally. But anyhow, yes, this is the disadvantage of the transformer. Yes. For example, the framework, I am explaining once again. Framework manager means you are uploading the tables, it is a metadata, and you are publishing as a Cognos connection. So in the Query Studio, you are creating the report, and when you are running the Query Studio report, what will happen? It will take the SQL query from the backend, from the Cognos, and it will send against the database, and you will get the data. So that means, for example, 1 hour before the data changed, doesn't matter for me because I am sending the query only, SQL query only, say select star from this table. That means whatever the data is available that time, it will go and pick up. Am I right? So it is always live data only by using the framework manager, because framework manager is generating the SQL code only. So that code, if I'm sending the against the database, whatever the data is available that moment, it will come. But if it is a huge data, say 10 crores data is there, whenever you are running the report, it may go and hit the database. If there is any additional calculation, that time itself it will go and hit the database and retrieve the records. Then it has to do the calculation. It may take some time. So when you are running the report, after 5 minutes, if you are getting the output, the user may not satisfy because of huge data. It is taking long time, but user cannot sit in front of the system and wait for the output. Am I right? So that's the reason why what we can do is, by using the transformer, you just run the same query at night time itself and just create the entire data into cube. The cube is having now output of the data, output of the query. So once the morning user comes, and then when they are hitting the data, it will not going and once again to the database and retrieve the records. It is directly going and hitting the cube only. Cube is already having the data. Already it did the calculation at that time. So it will give you the data very quick and faster for huge data. But the problem is, night time, whenever it is loading the data, that time whatever the data is available, it will pick up. But say morning something and once again the data is uploaded, it may not pick up this data. If you want to pick up this data, you need to rebuild the cube once again. Are you clear? So for the big or huge data, it is better to use transformer model. But anyhow, you will going to learn in the original concept better. Okay, fine. The next one, okay, I created the framework manager. That means I uploaded the tables and I created the joins and everything is ready. The framework manager package is ready. By using this package, we will start creating the reports. Query Studio is very simple reports or ad hoc reports. Very small reports if you want to make, then better to go for Query Studio. Query Studio is mainly or intentionally created for only small reports, ad hoc reports. But if you go to the Report Studio reports, advanced reports, whatever the things you are not able to build by using the Query Studio, you can use the Report Studio. And also, any whatever the things you are able to create in Query Studio, those things also you can create in the Report Studio. That means Report Studio is the superset of Query Studio. It's a high level things actually. Anything you can do in the Report Studio. In the real time, frankly speaking, in your project, any project, you are going to use mostly Report Studio only. 95% of the cases, Report Studio. So if you are doing the Cognos development, that means you are doing the Report Studio only. That is the reason why Framework Manager and Report Studio are very, very important thing for any developer. If you know only these two tools, enough for you, most of the cases. But some places, you should know remaining all the things also. If you want to prove you are different than other developer, you should know all the things. Otherwise, if you want to do simple work in the real time, you should know only Framework Manager and Report Studio. That's it. Okay. So analysis, so advanced reports, dashboard, anything you can create. This one. Small reports you can create, advanced reports you can create, anything you can create. So what do you mean by Analysis Studio? Analysis Studio is, say for example, if the user click country India, it has to go down and then it has to store all the state level information. If I click the state, it has to go down and then it has to show all the district level in that particular state. So that means if you are having any hierarchy and if you want to have the report with hierarchy wise, then go for Analysis Studio. So if you want to make sure you should have the Analysis Studio, that means you should have the hierarchy. And if you want to create a report, if I double click India, I need to get all the state level information. That means you are having the hierarchy. That type of reports, if you want, then go for Analysis Studio. Okay, Analysis Studio is multi-dimensional modeling. So, which is having the hierarchy. So for this, you can use Framework Manager package only. Framework Manager package only source. By using the Framework Manager package only, you will create the hierarchies and then you will publish. So that package only used for Analysis Studio and then they will see the reports. PowerPlay Studio is Transformer Cube is the source. Transformer that means this is also multi-dimensional modeling only, hierarchy only. But if it is a big data and it is taking more time, you will create the transformer cube, right? That cube you will use as a source. That cube data you can analyze the PowerPlay Studio. So whatever the things you are creating in the transformer cube, this cube will be analyzed by PowerPlay Studio. Whatever the things multi-dimensional modeling you are creating in the Framework Manager, that will be analyzed by Analysis Studio. So Analysis Studio is the source is Framework Manager package. PowerPlay Studio source is Transformer Cube. Okay, but both are multi-dimensional modeling. So if you are having hierarchy only, you need to use. So most of the cases you may not have. So that is the reason why you may not use these two tools. But definitely Report Studio definitely you will use. And Event Studio. Say if any of the customer is withdraw more than 1 crore rupees every, say this suddenly today. So every day the manager is analyzing the reports, that's fine, clear. But my question is, say one day he may not able to see it or he is on leave, something like that. So every day he cannot go and see the reports every day. Maybe sometimes he may forget. So that time Cognos has to check on behalf of him and then it need to send a mail, mobile alert or anything. Boss, somebody is withdraw more than 1 crore rupees. So please take the precautionary action. If this type of alerts coming, it will be nice, right? So you don't need to analyze the reports also. If something which is critical to your business, so Cognos itself will send you mobile alert. But Cognos, how it will know which is the critical thing? You need to mention, boss, anybody withdraw more than 1 crore rupees, you send a mail. So you will give the condition to the Cognos. So it will always monitor with the new data, right? Whenever the data is loading, it will always monitor whether that condition is satisfied or not. If the condition is satisfied, it will execute the task. So that is the reason why Event Studio is event-based scheduling. That means it will always check whether it is meeting the condition or not. If it meets the condition, it will automatically send a mobile alert. And after that, Cognos administration. So Cognos administration means you will come to know the installation, but you don't require it because in the real time admin will be do. You will come to know Cognos installations, how to assign the databases, data source connections, and development to production moment, deployments, and user creations, user securities. Everything you will come to know. So remember, Cognos developer will not do administration tasks. You may have some jobs only for Cognos admins. But after these sessions, you can apply if there is any job in the only Cognos administration. Yes, you can apply because you are going to learn everything in the administration also. Right? But all these things are 8.4 version was. But suddenly 10th version came. Now all these things are there in the 10th version. But additionally, two tools are extra added. Business Insight Advanced. So these two tools are used for creating the dashboards, mainly creating the dashboards. And also in the framework manager, two additional functionalities added, that is model design accelerator. Two new tools like framework manager, one like this, two new tools are added, that is one change. And also in the framework manager, some additional functionalities added, that is the model design accelerator and dynamic query mode. Two functionalities they added. We will explain you what do we mean by this. This model design accelerator means previously in the 8.4 version, I will create the model and then I will create the physical layer, business layer by manually. But by using this model design accelerator, the framework manager modeling manual or labor time is reduced because Cognos itself will just create the model very quickly. That means it will boost up the fastness. So that is the model design accelerator. Dynamic query mode is Java advanced functionality added in the background. So it will execute the scripts very quick. So the performance related things they added in the backend. So you may not see this one, but in the backend it is available. Transformer, there is no changes. Query Studio, there is no changes. Report Studio, they added one more additional thing, active reports. They are adding one functionality, active reports, and externalized data. So that means active reports are, even say for example, one of the manager, he went to Himalayas. There is no internet connection. Even though this report will work, active reports. Because active reports are called offline reports. Even though there is no internet connection, you can get that report. But how it is downloaded into the server, whenever there is internet connection, it is downloaded already and make it ready for you. So if you go to some other place, you can analyze from there. So these are called offline reports, nowadays very, very famous. All your interview questions, so many questions will be fired against the active reports because it's a new feature in the report studio. Externalized data means externalized. So you can use any Excel as a source and you can create the reports directly by using the externalized data. Previously, you need to create the ODBC connection and you need to upload into the framework manager and you need to create the reports. But now directly I can create by using any Excel as a report. That you will come to know. That is an additional option. And Analysis Studio, there is no changes. Power BI Studio will not be here. And Event Studio, there is extra 2 tasks added in the 10th version. Administration, there is not that much changes, and these two tools are entirely new. So these are the changes in the 10th version. So if you go and check here, this is the course content. I will share with all of you guys. So in the Cognos administration, you will come to know administration task and schedule how to do it and manage the contents, how to provide the security, import and export of the package. All those things you will come to know, and one assignment will be provided to you. And framework manager, how to create the framework manager starting, how to upload the tables, how to create the query subjects and time, relationship mints, and macros, how to create package level security, synchronization project, business rules, and publishing package, and new feature that is model design accelerator will be explained to you. Query Studio is a very small thing. It may take only 1.5 day. So it's very small reports, how to create all those things we will explain here. These are the course content. But this is the main thing. So many projects, maybe you will do this one. You may not get a chance to work on framework manager also until unless you become very strong in Cognos, because your experienced guys only will do. But normally when you go to the office, first thing they will do this one only. They will give you some reports. You need to work on that. Framework manager model already will be there for you. Okay, so you need to see this one. Report studio is very important here. All those things, how to create the templates, how to create a list report, crosstab report, chart report, repeater, everything we will discuss one by one. Okay, and analysis studio course content, and event studio, the new task also we will be there. I told you, right, 2 extra tasks are added. This is the things, approval task and notification. We'll explain you each and everything. Okay? In the transformer and Cognos new features, that is active reports, business insight advanced, we'll discuss. And your resume preparation will be taken care, your assignment will be taken care, and your installation software will be taken care. Any questions in this? Any questions?
Yeah, certainly. What is the market what is the market situation for Cognos as of now? Vijay here.
Yeah.
When I'm talking about the market situation.
All right, this is a very good question actually. Cognos is a reporting tool. There are so many reporting tools out there. Cognos is there from 1990 onwards, but it is their evergreen tool only. But you can ask me, there are different tools, and SAS is there, CPU is there, W is there. There are a lot of tools are coming into the market. But every time Cognos have its own credibility, now also 72% of the projects are using Cognos. The remaining 28 only, all the remaining technologies are used. And ClickView also nowadays it is booming because it's very user friendly it is very user friendly. So that is the reason why ClickView also nowadays booming. But every time Cognos will be there. It's evergreen tool, because when comparing to the SAS, one SAS project equal to 20 Cognos projects I can generate, because that much high rate actually SAS. So small companies cannot afford that much amount. So, but Cognos is affordable. It is affordable for each and every company. It's somewhat less than comparing to all the remaining tools. But ClickView also very less nowadays. That is different case. So now in the market, Cognos and ClickView is taking care of. You don't need to have any knowledge on the Java. It's not required. It is in the backend. Cognos generated. Cognos tool itself is generated by using Java. So the tool generated people only they should know. But for us, no. As a Cognos developer, you should know. You don't require any Java knowledge. Yeah. Any other question?
How much of SQL knowledge do you? How much of SQL knowledge do you?
SQL knowledge also. Normally, frankly speaking, you will not write any single select statement also. It's a tool will generate. You drag and drop, it will generate in the backend the select statement. But yes, obviously, whatever the things is required for you, I will explain you those things. Maybe inner join, outer joins, unions, all those concepts I will explain. Whatever the things you required in the Cognos, because it's just for better understanding purpose only you need it. But you are not going to write any script here. Tool will generate automatically. But you should know
So,
whether it is generating clear or correct or something like
so when we're talking about a Cognos developer,
that.
uh, you're just trying to develop reports.
Correct.
You're not trying to customize this particular application to um, the business. Am I correct?
No, actually, by using the Cognos tool, say I created a report studio report, and he is expecting the report studio report. You want this chart, and you want different colors. When he is clicking this one, he has to create this one. All these things he will do in the report studio code. Okay, in the report studio, and then finally you will give it that report to them. Then when they are running the report, they will get the output. So everything you are doing in the report studio, the coding. So that means the customization also there. But you are not customizing the tool. By using the tool, you are creating the reports and give it to the user. When they are running the report, they will get the outputs.
So how different is it? Is this when you compare it with a tool like HANA modeling? Is it the same way? Because
No,
what
first of all, HANA is not a reporting tool, am I right?
well, it has a component of a reporting tool. It's a database itself, but there's a component of a reporting tool, and that.
Right. See, as I told you, right, the most the reporting tools in the market is Cognos, ClickView, CapView, SAS, okay, and normally these are the main things you will see in the market. So, but HANA reporting, if it is present, even Excel also we can do the reporting. But like this, like Cognos is intentionally for reporting purpose only. So there are lot more features are available when comparing to anything else. You can create the reports by using the database data, Excel data, anything. It's very easy and quick. So the same thing, if I'm using the Excel, I can do all my coding in the Excel itself to create a reports. So you can create in the Excel 100% more than any other things. But doesn't matter, you need to do so much things. But this is intentionally for your reporting purpose. So there are a lot more features are available. So definitely for the developer or the user, it may be very easy for the developing or to analyze the data. So that's the reason why I will show you the what are the different features. But in the market, only the competitors for the Cognos is Cognos and ClickView. That's it nowadays. No other tool will come nearer to this one also. That too, ClickView is having the 22 or 30%, but it is already having 70% more. Here you can create the ad
So
hoc reports, advanced reports, dashboards, everything you can do. Yes. Any questions? What software we need for the assignments? We will provide you Cognos software only. Whatever I am teaching you, you need to practice the same thing. It's a Cognos software.
Can you give us an example of a project that we might need to work on in the real life?
Whatever the real-time project only we will take and then we will explain you in the entire classes. It's not theoretical.
Okay.
Everything I will show in the tool, then only I will tell you. All these concept, right? All these concept. It's not that theoretically showing the documents. Everything. Say for example, create and manage drill through definition means I will create and one drill through definition, then I will show you. So you will also can practice that. So all these things are practical oriented, no theoretical classes. And also that assignment is original project, but definitely the data may be changed.
when you're talking about installing Cognos, what are the basic system requirements for Cognos?
If anything is fine, because if you are using the Windows or XP or anything is fine for me, because I'm going to give you a VMware, so virtual machine. So just to copy that VMware in your desktop somewhere, install it. In the VMware, we are going to do this installation. So whatever the requirements I require, that is available in the VMware.
Is it a web-based tool or is it a tool which you need to install on the machine and then?
Right, it's a very good question actually. Here I will explain those things. Framework manager and transformer, it should be installed normally in the real time in your machine if you want to work on that. Remaining all the things are you by using the URL you can access. But here in your machine, Cognos is going to be installed, means all the things will be done. But in the real time, Framework Manager and Transform role you will install. These things, Cognos will be installed in a server. So by using the URL, you can get that URL. Are you getting? But in our things, we will install everything in your machine. Yeah, any questions? One second, Rajesh. Yeah, Rajesh, 1 second. Yes, please. Any questions?
So I just had a
Hello?
follow-up question in regards to the question that was posed before. In terms of market value for the future, you were saying that Cognos is probably, 70% up there in terms of a reporting tool. Now, how often is Cognos updated in terms of versions?
Yes. Actually, it's not updations. Frankly speaking, say 8.1, 8.2, 8.3, right? If it is updating also, it's like a fixed pack type. The versions is updating means it doesn't matter, entire things are going to be changed. If any issues are there in the 8.1, maybe they are going to fix in 8.2. Like
More
that.
differences in
Yeah,
functionality, I'm
but
assuming.
only 10th version. So this 8.1 is there for last 7 years, or 8th version is there last 7 to 8 years. Maybe 8th version is there at least the period is 8 to 9 years is there. 10th version is came just 3 years before, right? So the 3 years before only 10th version came. That means only the extra things are they have added some additional qualities and the two new tools added. So that means the previous one is exactly there. Any additional things, any benefits which will provide to the users, they will add it. So it doesn't matter that it is going to be changed each and every year or something like
And you were saying that Cognos is typically used by smaller companies, or are they also utilized by larger high-end
that.
companies
No, no,
as
no.
well?
Cognos will be utilized by the highest companies. Parallelly, it is affordable to the lowest companies.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions? Are there any problems to understand and learn Cognos from non-IT guy? No, actually for Cognos especially, that's the reason why most of the people who are non-IT background will come to Cognos. Because here you are not going to write any coding, Java things or something. You are just utilizing the tool. It's like a tool for you. Just think one tool is there, how to utilize effectively. You should know that. So most of the cases, a non-IT guy can easily do normal things the Cognos. You can easily understand. No issues at all. It's not like Java or something like that code. Right. No, actually the batch is already there. Actually today also maybe you sign or somebody told you the batch is already started. So tomorrow at 6:30 Indian timing only the batch will be continued. So we stopped it today and then tomorrow onwards first for you the report studio I'm going to start because which is exactly using. After that we'll go to the query studio and after that we'll go to the framework manager all those things. So tomorrow the first class is report studio. So you need to join at 6:30 Indian morning.
Hello, sir.
Yeah,
Hello.
yeah, please.
Uh, Cognos and Informatica, I mean the combination of these two. Informatica is used to, for data warehousing and all that.
No, actually, you see, right? Cognos, I am uploading the tables in the framework manager. Am I right?
Okay, so you are not actually extracting data from
See this.
Informatica,
Yeah, here,
any data warehouse, right?
yeah,
So you're
here
just
what I am doing, I am uploading the tables which is already existing. That
okay.
means before to
So
Cognos, ETL, you people only will work. That means
So will
Informatica.
we be learning because I found this very I mean difficult in Oracle to do that. So will we be doing here to get information about the data model we have beneath.
In the framework manager, you will do the
we have everything.
all those
Okay.
things we will explain you. But
Understand the relationship between different data
exactly
tables and all
that will
that.
be discussed in the framework manager model.
Okay.
But the
Got it.
ETL part will be taken care before to the Cognos itself. After your ETL part,
Yes.
that means Informatica work is done. They will upload the
Mm.
tables and they will existing all the data
Yeah,
warehouse
of
is
course.
updated. Then our part will start. Cognos part.
Yes. It's a front end tool, right?
Yes,
So,
exactly.
okay.
So before to that, our backend people are Informatica or Abinitio or data stage people.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
Right.
Okay.
So you can join 6:30 tomorrow morning if you are all interested. So we can start the Repo Studio, the first class. Okay? Maybe you can check with this Sayan. Yes, normally Monday to Friday. Yes.
So
Or Monday
would
to
you be
Friday. Something like that.
would you be sending us the GoToMeeting link?
Right. Tomorrow you will get automatically before 10 minutes to the session.
Okay.
We will schedule it. It is 6:30 a.m. IST. So Indian timings morning 6:30. That means maybe your timing is 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. or something. I'm not sure exactly. Maybe today's time only, but today's 10 minutes late actually. So something like that. 6:30 a.m. IST. 1 hour. 1 hour each day. It will take approximately 30 hours. Right. Any other questions? And tomorrow onwards, there won't be any document, Word document or something. We will directly go to the tool and then we will execute the things and all the things. That's what it will take approximately 25 to 30 days. Every day 1 hour, right? 20. You need to allocate maybe approximately 25 to 30 days. 1 month you just take. Think it will be there. And we will provide you one recording software. You need to install in your machine. It may take only 1 minute, and you just record each day session so that you will every day whenever the class is done, the record you just start whenever the class is started. How about the classes I missed? You will not be missed. Actually, we will repeat everything. If in future, if any one of the class you only absent for the class, already the recorded classes will be sent to you. But as of now, you will not be missed in class. Tomorrow only the first class you think. The report studio. Yes, any questions apart from that?
Yeah, that should be it.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much for attending my demo. Thank you very much. You can just check with Sayan, and who are all interested, you can join tomorrow 6:30 a.m. IST. So we will start the session, first session. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mhm.